You guys know this quote. A lot of you know this quote, and if this is the first year you've been with us for Intimacy, Identity, Inheritance, this is a quote from A.W. Tozer. How many of you know the quote I'm going to say? Just with just a little lift of hands. Okay. Whoa. Okay. All right. What comes to mind when you think about God, or what comes to mind when someone thinks about God, is the most important thing about them. And that's a quote by A.W. Tozer. And what he's saying in that is that when we're talking about intimacy with God, obviously, if we are going to spend time in relationship with God, it matters what we believe about God. And so his distilling that down is that what people believe about God is the most important thing about them. And so we are invited into this place of saying, what do I believe about God? Because what you believe about God is going to come out in your behavior, which is a reflection of the core beliefs you have about your identity. And I can tell everything about you and about me and what you believe about God based on how you treat yourself and based on how you treat others, especially when you fail or come up short, or when they fail or come up short. A great indicator of what I believe God is like is how I treat myself when I get caught in that sin again, or when I make that mistake again, or when this happens or when that happens. And a great indicator of how you feel and what you believe God is like is how you treat other people when they don't measure up to your expectations, to your standards, or whatever it may be. And so we want to be able to be paying attention for these indicators of like, man, do I believe that he is a good father? Or do I believe that he is a stern judge who cannot wait to put me in my place? And that those who do not measure up, myself included, those that don't measure up, deserve to be punished until their behavior changes. If we believe that about God, that's how we're going to interact with every person around our life, including ourselves. And so if nothing else today, and we just stop here, I would say to you, let's pay attention to how you treat yourself and how you treat others when they don't measure up. And then ask yourself, how is this not a direct reflection of what I believe my God is like? Because if I'm spending time with God and I am not becoming more like Jesus, I am spending time with a man-made idol that I have made up in my head. And so it's important for us to have that place of intimacy, but to make sure that we have our hearts and minds right toward God, and that we are being formed into that image of Christ likeness.